Well, first of all, I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else anything having to do with their businesses, period.
Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not financially involved in my business.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So it looks like Hunter Biden's goofy little media stunt outside of Congress when he should have been inside answering committee questions and really explaining the true intricacies of Chinese finance and Eastern European energy, which of course he's a professional in. Everyone wants to know how this stuff works. It may have actually done some real harm, and not just on impeachment, but also with the voters that his father is going to depend on if he wants even half a chance in 2024. And here's how it may be hurting. You know, they've got this ever-moving goalpost of Biden business dealings. You know, the same people who have told you up and down and left and right that Republicans have nothing. Well, these are the same people that are now completely ignoring the fact that we've gone from a White House telling us that Joe Biden knew nothing about any of Hunter's business dealings, or his brother knew nothing, saw nothing, said nothing. Now here we are now at a place where Hunter is on the record saying my father was not financially involved. So that's a pretty wide gap between knowing nothing and not financially involved. And a former MSNBC host who now works for National Review, go figure that out, has something pretty interesting to say about it.
Noah Rothman's here, senior writer, National Review magazine. Good morning to you. So I just listening to that, right? Jordan says they shot a bunch of blanks. Ivy says it was a waste of time. So both are concluding that it was essentially a waste of time, but for different reasons. How do you see it?
It doesn't seem like a waste of time from my perspective. Ms. Wolf seems to be exposed to a certain degree. We don't know how much. But the whistleblowers who alleged that Hunter Biden had defrauded the government and that there was a certain amount of exposure that he should face that he was not in a conspicuous fashion, that proved to be true. We've seen now these charges that are coming out in California against Hunter Biden probably wouldn't have happened in the absence of that testimony. So there's a certain amount of credibility that Mr. Shapley has. And I wouldn't defer to him. Just Hunter Biden is attempting to help his father, who's facing a congressional investigation for obstructing Congress, by refusing to abide by a congressional subpoena. You're not helping, Hunter. You're making things a little bit worse. And Hunter Biden is facing charges now that are very easy to convict on. This is a pretty open and shut case. There are no extenuating circumstances that say, well, you know, I should have paid back $1.4 million in taxes, instead spent it on fast cars, fancy clothes, women, and illicit narcotics. That's the sort of thing that gets a conviction, which presents a profound political conundrum to his father.
Yeah, so you guys see that. And I'm not sure exactly where this is going, you know, where it goes from here, but I know there's about a dozen political mistakes being made by the Biden administration and honestly by Hunter Biden himself. It's selfish. You know, the guy is charged with serious tax felonies and they haven't even recharged his gun crimes yet. These are not things that can be handled in the court of public opinion. So I think he's being selfish. You know, he's in way over his head and he's going to bring down his dad, which I'm not complaining about, but it is a fact. I don't know what these people are really messing with. If they were smart, if they cared at all about what the public actually thinks, he'd plead guilty and Joe Biden would pardon him and it would all be over. Even the most diehard anti-Biden people can understand a father saving his son. It would be over. He could go on whatever committee they want, plead a mixture of the fifth and I can't recall, just keep saying I can't recall, and the media is not going to cover it. No one's going to care. It will be over. But in their own hubris, man, in their own egos, still have the believing that their voters are stupid, and they will always believe that. They believe that their voters are stupid, especially because actually most of their voters probably are. But they really do believe that they can do whatever they want and get away with whatever they want. But they're not going to. Anyway, that's just my thoughts, guys. Let me know your take in the comments. And if you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. And we'll see you in the next one.